Danger, a six-letter word like hazard, tigers or tennis. Try as you might to avoid it, sometimes danger comes looking for you. And when it does, you're going to need a plan. That's where I come in. Think of me as your master of disaster. I'm Nick Frost, and this is Danger 50,000 Volts. Coming up on tonight's show,
I show you how to survive an arachnid attack, dodge an angry hippo, and how to stay alive in the Arctic. But first...
There are around 16,000 cases of choking each year requiring hospital treatment, mostly involving food. If you clump together all the lumps of chewed-up food responsible, you could mould them and shape them into 20 life-size meat babies. That's made a man who can save a life. All right, here's the scenario. Me and the missus, we're out, it's our anniversary, we're down at the bistro.
Yes.
We're sharing a pizza.
Yeah.
All of a sudden she starts to choke on a bit of sausage. What am I going to do?
The first thing to do is to give a couple of heavy blows on the back.
And that should usually...
And hopefully that will expel the problem.
Right.
Slap her on the back. But what else?
The next step is the Heimlich maneuver. Or abdominal thrust.
Okay.
And you place your arm around.
Yeah.
Make a fist.
Yeah.
Put it in the tummy. And then grasp that fist with your other hand and give 3 or 4 heavy pulls. Like that.
Okay.
Right? And hopefully that will, again, allow enough air to be pushed out of the chest to expel the foreign body.
Do the Heimlich, a kind of really lovely cuddle. But what if she's lying on the floor, gagging?
Well, if she's collapsed on the floor, then you've got to do abdominal thrusts with her lying on her back.
This is my wife.
Oh, poor thing. She's looking very pale.
Yeah.
Right? Blue around the mouth. She's not talking and she's not coughing.
It's all right, darling. It's all right, darling.
You put the heel of your hand in the pit of her stomach.
Right.
Grip the back of your hand like that. And then again, 3 or 4 heavy pushes upwards to try and push the diaphragm up into the chest, raise the pressure, get it out.
So this is the same as the Heimlich maneuver, except she's now
horizontal. She's lying, yes. That's called abdominal thrust.
Right.
Thrust the abdomen with the hands.
She's still not coming round. There's still no breath. What are we going to do now?
Well, if we don't do anything, in 3 or 4 minutes, she could be dead. You need to perhaps consider a cricothyroidotomy. A cricothyroidotomy. Basically making a hole into the windpipe. Just remember, the paramedics are on their way, but it looks like they're going to be more than 4 minutes before they arrive.
This has to be the last resort.
It's a question of life and death.
Yeah.
People can be saved with this maneuver, and I'll show you how to do that if you like.
To demonstrate, John had a pair of sheep necks. Like a human neck, but for sheeps.
So we're at the last stage of our journey in choking, and this is a very last resort. We're in the restaurant. Talk me through it.
Right. Well, there are 2 main things you need. One is something to make a hole into the windpipe.
Right. You know, for a restaurant, there's going to be a steak knife there.
A steak knife
probably
is the thing. Secondly, we need something to put into the windpipe to provide an airway. A ball point that you can take out the middle.
Yeah.
Some straws or anything to provide a tube.
Okay.
Right, so this is the thyroid cartilage, or the Adam's apple. You can feel that. And there's this bar of cartilage across here. It's called the cricoid cartilage. Feel for the soft spot and plunge a knife in, so. Right? And just draw it across a bit like that. Right? And you can see there's now a hole right into the windpipe.
Right.
And now you take whatever tube or anything you've got, place it into the windpipe,
Right.
like that,
Wow.
and now you can blow.
I can feel your breath coming
And
out.
you can feel the breath.
Right. I mean, and she's going to wake up quite upset, presumably, because there's now a biro in her neck.
Well, it will be painful, but most people are quite prepared to put up with a bit of pain in
Over.
order to be able to breathe.
Yeah, right. All right, so, I mean, can I have a go?
Yes, certainly. Here we
All
are.
right.
So there's your wife.
Okay.
Right, there's the knife.
And now I'm going to
Feel for the soft spot.
And I can feel it there.
Yes. Plunge it
Right,
through as a
so
stab wound.
There.
That's it. That's it. And
And then just draw
it across. Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Ideal.
Now, there is a hole in there now.
There's a hole in there now.
Okay. So, and there I'm in.
You're in.
Let me blow like you did.
Very good.
And she's alive.
She's alive. It's a miracle. Well done, Nick. You've saved a life.
Yes, I did. Thank you, Doc.
Now my sheep wife is safe and breathing easy. Let's recap.
Try to dislodge the item using back slaps or the Heimlich maneuver. Locate the cricothyroid membrane here. Make an incision and insert a pipe-type object. Breathe into tube to save the casualty's life. So that's what you do when Mr. Choke comes calling. Don't let a piece of gristle stick in your throat. Let my knowledge stick in your mind. Oh, bon appetit.
The life raft. In the annoying event of your ship sinking in open water, follow these simple instructions to ensure survival. Locate a handy life raft on board ship. Make sure you remember to throw it into the sea. Take as many supplies as possible with you, but do not take anything that is non-essential. You may regret this later. Fluid is vital for survival, but avoid seawater, urine and alcohol, as they can cause dehydration and can lead to rapid death. Avoid getting clothing wet and stay out of water. If possible, wear a hat and long sleeves to protect you from the elements. Finally, try to signal for help. Ideally use a shortwave radio or flare gun to attract attention. Do not attempt to make a fire in the boat, as this could lead to problems. Just because you have been rescued, do not assume you're safe.